everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. In this video, we are going to be discussing some more storytelling and lore tips for your game, but I specifically wanted to make a base game edition tips video for y'all because I totally get that for a lot of the tips that I've shared in the past, you would need at least 1 or 2 packs, and not everyone can get packs. So I wanted to share some base game only tips that can definitely help with storytelling and making your game more fun. I do want to note that I have mentioned some of these tips in the past because I just think they're really good tips. With that, let's jump right into the first tip. Tip number 1 is to use the gallery, both for Sims and for lots. So if y'all are not familiar, basically a place where you can grab creations that other Simmers have made and put them into your own game. It's a really great tool to utilize because I've talked in the past about how like building and using Create a Sim can help a lot with adding depth to your characters, but not everyone is a builder or like a cast Simmer, or sometimes you just want to like get your Sim in a house really quick. Like maybe you just don't have the time for whatever reason to sit and build an entire house or apartment. And even if you want to like give your Sim a new love interest and you're getting bored of all the like regular Sims in the game, these Sims that are in the base game, if they're around all the time, oh my god, a fire? This is ridiculous. Do I have to pay for this? Oh my god, he's in my shower. Whatever. You know what? He was just on fire. I think we can cut him some slack. A huge part of your game getting boring, I think, especially if you only have base game, is that you start kind of seeing the same Sims constantly. And even when you're like giving your Sims love interest and stuff like that, if you're not super into creating your own love interest and whatnot, I totally get how that can get boring. And a really great way to like kind of supplement that is to use the gallery. So up here in the top right is this light bulb icon, and that is how you get to the gallery. And on the left side here, there are so many filters, or you can even just like search for something. You can even search for a creator. If you have a specific creator you're interested in, you can find Sims, either single or like families. You can find lots, so that's like houses, restaurants, all types of lots in here, like nightclubs, basically like community lots, residential, everything you can find in here. Rooms. So this is how you can give an apartment a makeover, because the apartments don't have a specific category, but people will upload them as rooms. This is a really easy way for you to place some new things into your game. You can even only show base game, so it automatically deselects all the packs once you click that, and that way you don't have to like go in and replace items. Oh my god. My next tip is kind of related to the legacy challenge that I wrote, because as I was writing it, I realized something about the game, and that is that there are actually so many non-traditional careers in this game. You can have your Sims make money in totally different ways that don't involve going to a 9-to-5. Obviously, packs are going to add some more options, but in the base game, you have things like gardening, you have things like collecting, you can even steal stuff, because the kleptomania trait is base game. You can do a Black Widow type thing where marry another Sim and then like kill them off in different ways. There's so many ways to die in the base game. Pretty sure you can still drown Sims in the base game. Pretty sure you can electrocute them. Like there's so many things you can do to accomplish getting money in different ways that don't just involve sending your Sims to a rabbit hole. And you can totally tie that into a storyline as well, because with the Black Widow type challenge, that's kind of a built-in storyline. But if your Sim is a gardener or like a kleptomaniac, there's a lot of different types of storylines you can go with there that I think would be so fun to try out, especially because I think people don't normally try them out. And I think it makes it a little bit tougher to get money, so it adds a little bit of challenge there as well. Also, y'all, I just want to note, because I totally forgot, this entire lot is from the gallery. I wanted Ainsley to move out. Even though I love building, I just like couldn't be bothered honestly to build an entire house, and I knew I wanted like certain things with the storyline. For example, Ainsley's like ex, I guess, even though they never really dated, ex situationship lives up here in this unit, and now she's engaged and she has like 2 kids. I wanted a little drama, so I specifically was looking for like a multi-unit home, and I found this one that I really loved, and I gave the like basement unit just like a small makeover to make it more like my aesthetic, and that's all it took to further my storyline. The next tip is basically to force yourself to max all the skills and to do all the aspirations. So of course with packs we get more skills and aspirations, but there's still a really good amount of skills and aspirations to do just in the base game alone. And you can totally make a challenge out of it and like try and make your sim max everything and do everything. And just like I said in my last video, even with the traits and the aspirations that you have in the base game, you can still do a lot with your sims over their lifetime with changing them. I don't know exactly which aspirations are base game here, but I'm pretty sure the painter one is. I think the author one is as well, maybe even musical genius. Quite a few of the family ones I'm pretty sure are base game, as well as the food ones, fortune ones as well. I think some of the knowledge ones are also base game, probably some of the love ones, probably some of these nature ones and popularity ones too. That just shows you how many categories there are for what your sim may want to work on throughout their lifetime. They don't have to stick to one aspiration at all, even if you just have base game. And in terms of skills, a lot of the instruments are base game. The painting is base game, handiness skill. There's like some techie skills that are base game. Charisma, of course, is classic base game skill. I think comedy is a base game skill. Fitness, of course, is a base game skill. Video gaming? Potentially writing, singing, cooking, of course. Like, there's just so much you can do, y'all, even within base game with skills and aspirations. Like, try them out. If you don't know where to take your story, start forcing yourself to do all of them. See what you like, because you might get a spark of inspiration when you're trying out a skill that you haven't really tried before. My next tip is to use the hidden lots in the world for extra places to go and also just to add some more lore into your game. So there are 2 base game hidden lots, I believe. So there's the Forgotten Grotto and there's the Sylvan Glade. And of course, both my sims are off the lot right when I'd like to show it to you, but that's okay because I can show y'all the wiki for them. And I'll have these linked down below if you want to read more about them. In Oasis Springs, we have the Forgotten Grotto, which I think requires a high skill to get into. And you can also cheat to build on it. Like, you can make it your own completely without any other packs. We also have the Sylvan Glade, which is in Willow Creek. And I don't think this requires any extra skills to get into. You just have to get into the tree and do the right chance cards. This is another place that you can cheat to build on, and you can make it completely your own. And they're 2 beautiful worlds, and especially if you're like into occult sims but you don't have the occult packs, I think these are really good ways to kind of make your game have kind of an occult vibe without the packs. And even if not, even if you just want like extra worlds to go to, extra lots to visit, you can build on these lots, add to your storyline with them. I think it's honestly really easy to forget that those lots exist, because honestly I forget that they exist a lot of the time. I think they're a really cool addition to base game, and they're not like super hard to get into, but you can definitely make it a challenge to get into the Forgotten Grotto, because it requires level 10 handiness to like get into the entrance of the mine, I'm pretty sure. So you can make that a challenge for sure. And in one of my past videos I mentioned that like a really good tip is to force yourself to go to worlds that you don't go to very often, or just like leave your lot. And I think having those 2 extra lots to get to can make a really huge difference. My last tip for this video is to use lot traits or challenges, either on your home lot or on other lots. You can add them to every single lot and add some extra spice to your game. So this is obviously a different kind of lot, but you can access traits and challenges through the info panel in build mode. And you can pick 3 traits and I believe as many challenges as you want, which is really cool. So 10 of the lot traits in The Sims are available in the base game. So you have great acoustics, fast internet, homey, science layer, convivial, I think that's how you pronounce it, natural light, bracing breezes, private dwelling, teen neighborhood, and clothing optional. In terms of lot challenges, it seems that they only have 2 from base game. They do have the off the grid challenge, which is a huge, like, that is a challenge, y'all, if you put that on your lot. Oh my god. And Scare Seeker, which I've actually never tried, which is actually really cool. I think you could like totally make a haunted house type thing. Like even with base game, you have ghosts, so you could try and do some kind of haunted house thing with this lot challenge. But all that to say, there's a lot of really great benefits that you can get with traits and just challenges that you can get with the challenges. With that, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and leave this video here. I really hope it was helpful to get some ideas for how to improve your storytelling and just have more fun in your game with just the base game. I always want my videos to be inclusive, and if you have any more ideas for videos that you want to see, please comment them down below. I'd really love to hear what y'all would like to see, and I want to make sure that my content is actually helpful for y'all. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Sims content. Do consider joining my channel as a member for special perks, and if you are considering purchasing a pack for the EA holiday sale, do consider using my code to support me. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later. Bye guys.
I was just calling to see if you're free to run away.